好多人話人到中年好少再拍新嘅旅行腳 ，S 就係個例外。以前我覺得最理想嘅旅行腳應該同自己差唔多，想去邊度幾點起身食乜嘢，最好一拍即合。但係今次重返西維爾，同朋友 J 一齊旅行，我先發現原來旅行腳唔同頻未必係問題，真正重要嘅可能係大家有冇空間俾對方做自己。我同 J 旅行嗰陣都好重視體驗，美食體驗啊梗係唔少得啦。不過講到住邊度、點樣行，甚至點樣做攻略，我哋發現大家其實喺兩個唔同嘅世界。不過今次西維爾反而令我哋慢慢學識求同存異。S 發現其實自己並冇因為年歲增加，完成由 backpacker 到嘆世界中女嘅角色轉變。我哋住呢一度係一個舊嘅 old printing house， 係一個印刷嘅地方，好靚呢。
So welcome to Mikasa. Let's see what's behind door number 1.
阿 J send 咗份叫做 narrow down 咗嘅住宿選擇 Excel 俾 S 一眼就睇中第一間，就咁卜咗取。
I'm in my room now.
Let's see the tree.
Hello,
We basically can say a hi like that from both of our bedrooms.
and we're on the 3rd floor, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
So it's a far fall down.
J 以前從來都未住過 hostel， 佢比較經常去好似加勒比海嗰啲咁嘅 all inclusive， 所以係酒店 resort 嘅常客。對佢嚟講，旅行住宿可能應該係舒服啊、靚、有質感，連返到房都係旅程嘅一部分。好在今次喺西維爾揀咗間幾精緻嘅民宿，唔係新嘅旅行腳 J 一定唔放過 S 啊！聽落好普通，但係對兩個新旅行腳嚟講，呢個選擇其實都幾重要。雖然 J 一路都話可以孖鋪
2 bedrooms, so I don't need to share with Sam for this part of the trip.
但旅行初段先試下有共用又有各自嘅空間先，當係適應期。
This is my room with a nice little closet.
呢度要笑下朋友 J， 佢好似搬咗屋企個衫櫃嚟咁，一盒 accessory 首飾有得供埋 S 去選擇，仲要帶埋啲衣物收納盒嚟，啲衫一格格咁，話容易啲揾喎。咁樣佢揀有衫櫃嘅房就最啱啦。Jane?
So this one is an irregularly shaped
That's why I like this
room.
one.
So she likes it.
Yeah.
And then look how tiny and narrow the streets are. Yeah. And look how colorful the buildings are. Yeah. Aren't you excited? I'm excited.
That's typical Spanish thing.
Well, listen, I've never been to Spain before, so
I'm glad that you like it from the first sight.
I know, actually, I really love it. Maybe I can move here. Okay, so anyone who knows Spanish and wants to teach me Spanish, free lessons, so, you know.
Yeah, welcome to comment down there.
Hit me up.
不過之前我哋喺 Faro 住旅社，竟然令佢有少少改觀。原來旅社唔一定代表將就，而家啲 hostel 有獨立房得嚟，好似同酒店差唔多，仲多咗公共空間，又可以同陌生朋友喺廚房度交流下，都係旅行嘅另一種味道。S 呢啲 E 人呢，就梗係最中意啦。講到旅行節奏 ，S 同 J 就更加唔同。我哋呢，就唔要求每一刻都同步。有啲早晨 ，S 就早少少出去買早餐行返轉。對佢嚟講，早起唔一定係勤力，純粹係中意個城市啱啱蘇醒嘅樣，啲街又靜靜地，咖啡又啱啱開門，陽光又唔係好猛。Jane, breakfast is ready.
Yay, I'm coming! I'm taking way longer to get dressed than I thought I would.
Having my coffee for now.
Oh, it looks really good. Oh my god, don't shake it.
This is so shaky.
Do you think it's gonna pop?
Try not to have it do that.
Let me try.
I just turn it and then it comes out nicely. It's a quiet pop, not next to my clothes.
Okay, that's
Sommelier. She's a
Somalia, Jane.
You know what? If you get bread from outside as well, it's totally a couple spot at home.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we should have just done this instead.
And Jane said she doesn't like apple, and I thought all the Canadians like apple
But I'm not Canadian.
I know I
So
love
I'm gonna take half of her cinnamon bun because she got herself pistachio. nice though.
Cheers for the money.
Hold on.
Cheers for more discovery with each other.
Oh my god, that's actually a perfect cheers. Cheers. There's a story behind that.
J 就係完全另一種節奏啦，佢就中意慢悠悠咁沖翻個靚涼，慢慢食早餐，將早晨過到好似留喺一間靚 resort 裏面咁。但係有趣嘅係，佢明明中意慢，但係心入邊咧又想睇盡量多嘅景點喎。
More adventures. A lifetime of adventure.
Adventure J the adventurer.
And today I'm thinking of maybe we just need to see the distance between things, but going to one of the palaces we have to see where.
J 咧就琴日去唔成Castle 嗰個皇宮，咁就所以就帶佢嚟呢度出好翻啦。
And then I saw online you can buy some like baked goods from a nunnery. I don't know. So I want to check that out. So we'll see. We'll take you along on the adventure. See you later. Hi.
有啲下晝，我哋又一齊放慢，唔趕景點，只係坐低飲杯嘢，食下 tapas， 睇住西維爾嘅人來人往。
I love Spain. Only been here for 2 days, and I really would love to come back. I think there's just so much to see. I personally love really colorful things. I love architecture, the details. It's wild. To me, I was having a hard time at the church at the beginning because it was just like so grandiose and overwhelming. Yeah, the cathedral. It was so grandiose and overwhelming for my little brain to like take in everything that was happening there.
今次 S 開始明白 ，J 想慢唔係因為佢唔 care 個行程，反而係因為佢需要多啲時間 block 喺一個地方，先可以慢慢感受旅程。
So what I did for J, she just bought the audio guide and then she didn't listen to it. So she just passed it to me hanging on around my neck.
Yeah.
And I was listening to it and
I was like, tell me the Coles notes of the Coles notes because it was only like 2-3 minutes of listening that I just didn't want to. And it was perfect.
I'm so overwhelmed. Okay.
Yeah, she did a good job. So thank you. Kudos. I wouldn't do the church again. Like I think it's definitely something that you should do at least once. It depends on the amount of time that you have. And for me, it's like way too long. And I'm different than you in terms of I like cramming as many things as possible because I'm just like I want to see. I get excited. I'm like a little kid that way. I think I want to really go to the park next to Plaza de España. Like I feel like right now it would be nice to like when the sun is in my face especially to lay down like at a nice park and just like relax. That's kind of what like my body is craving. And that park, like even that smaller park that we walked by to get to Plaza de España, that was really nice. And just seeing like one, I like greenery. It was just simple but beautiful to walk through, and I would feel like my time isn't wasted if I'm in a nice place and relaxing. I think that's kind of my deal.
Is it a little like a contradiction that you want to do a lot of things and you want to relax?
It is.
I feel that the balance would be you have your day planned out like I do 3 times a day, but in between I have to relax.
From this trip, probably what I might decide is that I need longer blocks when traveling.
你睇 S 同 J 好似好平靜順利咁，由葡萄牙搭大巴嚟到 Sevilla。但係其實咧，朋友 J 就爭啲趕唔到班巴士。S 嘅葡萄牙朋友話：，大巴一般都遲到嘅。點知個司機又好堅決，1分鐘都唔會等。有時我哋會出現一個畫面 ，S 喺度望住鐘，諗下下一班交通工具要幾時搭。J 咧就喺度研究，到底要買多幾樣手信俾親朋好友好呢？ S 咧想準時，又唔係因為佢只係想打卡喎。S 只係知道有啲地方有啲車船，有啲日落，錯過咗就蘇州過後冇艇搭啦。如果話旅行節奏仲可以靠溝通做攻略咧，就真係更加睇得出我哋有幾唔同啦。
You started topic about your checklist.
I kind of had some ideas of what I wanted to do just based on some research.
睇下 Excel 派嘅 J 份攻略 景點、餐廳、酒吧、住宿，所有有興趣嘅地方清清楚楚記低，仲有埋 remark，值唔值得去？S 見到咧就真係好佩服啊，同時感受到阿 J 好 J 人又 FOMO 嗰面。
Let's take a look at what we did do and what we didn't do. So after this, at this room, we're gonna have gelato at Miso because that's what the people recommended. We did do El Reconcilio last night, which is the oldest tapas bar. I mean, it was good for the fact that it was the oldest tapas bar, but in terms of the food, I don't know. We went to bar El Comercio, famous for their churros and hot chocolate. I didn't have the hot chocolate, but we did have the churros.
Hot chocolate is stacked up.
Is that it?
Yes.
No. We did have it. It was good.
I thought you would drink it up.
No, it would be too much, but it did taste.
I thought you would make your mocha. It's my coffee.
I know. Okay, so a couple other places, just food places that we didn't try out was that was looking for Casa Morales is where we're at right now, and so far it's been really good. Romero, we didn't get to try that one. We didn't go to the Mexico bar because we saw a bit of a free show in one of the parks that we were at, and that was nice. Eslava, that place there, we didn't go to. Check to see what that is. Actually, what do you do right now? For like cafes or brunches and things like that, someone recommended Billy Brand, Lamala, Nanjaro. We didn't try any of those. We did try their top tickets, and that was for the overpriced and all good. So places to see, we did see some Central Cruise neighborhood food briefly.
原來最好嘅旅行節奏唔係邊個 lead 邊個，而係知道咩時候一齊行，咩時候容許對方用自己嘅速度節奏行。